Before we jump into the episode today, I want to share something with you from my heart. First of all, thank you so much for listening to the podcast. I really can't tell you how much your support means to me. We've been doing the podcast now for almost 4 years. I can't even believe it. And I'm so grateful for each and every single one of you that listens, shares an episode with your friends, sends me a DM or a text message letting me know how an episode resonated with you or any aha moments. Seriously, I couldn't be more grateful to be able to create this podcast. It has been such a blessing in my life, and I love hearing the ways it's been able to provide value in yours as well. One thing you might not know is how much work it takes to be consistent with a podcast. In fact, did you know that the majority of podcasts don't make it past episode number 10? And we are well beyond that. And it's just a lot thinking of the episodes, recording them, editing them, managing the guests, making sure that everything runs smoothly and gets uploaded consistently and regularly. And so that's why I have created an amazing opportunity for you to support the podcast monetarily. And in exchange for that, you will get exclusive premium subscriber content. So for as little as $3 a month, you can become a premium subscriber of the podcast. And every month I will upload new voice-guided workouts and breathwork meditation audio for you. So that way you can work out with me, coaching you in your ears. You can also take a moment to reduce your stress and relax and come down and ground down with one of my breathwork audios. So if that is on your heart to support the podcast for as little as $3 a month to become a premium podcast subscriber, I can't tell you how much that means to me and the growth of this podcast. I appreciate you. If you're interested, click the link in the description, become a premium podcast subscriber, new content every month, and while supplies last, I'll send you an exclusive podcast coffee mug so you can have your self-love and sweat coffee every morning. I appreciate you. Now let's get into the show. Welcome to Self-Love and Sweat, the podcast, the place where you'll get inspired to live your life unapologetically, embrace your perfect imperfections, break down barriers, and do what sets your soul on fire. I'm your host, Lunden Souza. Hey, have you grabbed your free Self-Love and Sweat monthly calendar yet? This calendar is so amazing. It comes right in your inbox every single month to help you have a little nugget of wisdom, a sweaty workout, a mindset activity, just a little something to help keep you focused and motivated and keep that momentum towards your goals. So every day when you get this calendar, you'll see a link that you can click that will lead to a podcast episode or a workout or something that will be very powerful and quick to read. And then you'll also see on the top left corner of every single day, there's a little checkbox in the calendar. And what that is that's for your one thing. You can choose one thing every month, or it can be the same, something that you want to implement, and make this something that you can easily implement, like daily meditation or getting a certain amount of steps or water, for example, and staying hydrated, and even taking your supplements. This can be something if you want to get more regular doing a particular habit and routine, you can choose what that checkbox means. So if you want your Self-Love and Sweat free monthly calendar delivered right to your inbox every month on the first of the month, go to lifelikeLondon.com/calendar, fill out the form really quickly, and you will have your calendar in your inbox within a few short minutes. That's lifelikeLondon, lifelikeLondon.com/calendar. Go get yours for free and enjoy this episode. Welcome back to the podcast. Welcome to today's QMR. That stands for Quick Mindset Reset. I like to make these episodes 10 minutes or less, and just really utilizing this short moment, this quick pocket of time to create profound change, to help create a little bit of a perspective shift. That's the point of these episodes. So today I want to talk about shining where you are. and remind you that no matter what's going on in our lives, no matter what, we might be experiencing, all the things, we can still take a moment to remember to shine where we are. And what does that look like? I mean, for everybody, it's going to be different, but I think that kindness is a great way to shine. I know, and I'm talking to myself too. There's times when I go outside and I go for a walk, or I'm running errands and I'm looking down at my phone and I'm scrolling through social media, answering emails, not even taking the time to look up. And so a great way to shine where you are is to look up, to notice who's around you. Who can you smile at? Who can you wave to? Who can you give a genuine compliment to? What might you notice, right? Sometimes I look up and I realize, oh, there's somebody walking towards a door that I can open up for them, right? So seizing those opportunities to shine where you are. I talk about this to my clients a lot. And they say the same things in terms of, I'll ask them, hey, like, how can you shine today? How can you bring the joy and bring the light into your life and into the lives of others? Because I know we're having hard times at times. And I bet other people around you are having challenging times at times. And so when we can remember that and think about, like, okay, what would I want someone to say or do for me in everyday life that would help me a little bit, and go out and do that first. And so when I ask my clients this, they usually say things like, smile more, interact with people even more, make people laugh, or just kind of create a funny, humorous moment, wherever you might be. And I know that there's probably a million and one things going on in your life. I know that you probably have a lot. We all do. And I think when we can take the time to look up and remember and ask ourselves, how can I shine where I am today? A lot of people don't believe this when I say it, but I'm very introverted. I get my batteries charged when I'm alone. I love my alone time. I really, to be honest, I love being around like my kind of people, if that makes sense. Like, I like going out and being around people that fuel my fire and help me see greatness within myself. But at the same time, I need a break from that. I need to really recharge and take a step back. And so for me, I notice that I have to push myself to go out and be interactive with other people. And so I just moved to a new state. When I go through times like that, I kind of, my autopilot wants to be a hermit, wants to recluse, wants to just be alone and like do my thing. And I know that's not why I'm here. I know that I'm meant to shine where I am. And so what helps me is to go into places of business that I like to be at anyways. So I've gotten really into Hot Works lately, which is like this workout place where you go and you do virtual fitness classes on a TV while you're inside of an infrared sauna. And I have been loving it. And I've noticed opportunities for me to shine where I am when I go in there, when I go talk to the manager and the other employees who I've gotten to know. Yes, do I want to sometimes just walk in, or does my body feel like, oh, just walk in, go in, do your workout, don't say anything? Yeah. But I know that in order to shine where I am, going in and saying hi to the manager and, talking to the girl at the front desk, asking how their day is, asking what they're excited about, learning a little bit more about them has been really profound in my life, right? Maybe they feel like, oh yeah, London's sweet. She's asking us a question. She's engaging. But it also helps us too. When we give the light that we want to see in the world, we also get it back. And that's something that I wouldn't have normally done, let's say 5, 6, 7 years ago. I would have said, no, I'm not going to do the thing. I'm not going to go somewhere. I'm not going to put myself out there. Now, yeah, we have boundaries, right? Like, I don't need to go out and be the light 24/7 if I know that my body's saying, hey, like, be the light for yourself, tune in a little bit more. But it's up to me to understand my programming a little bit and be like, no, you're not meant to stay inside. You're not meant to not connect with people. Go out and look up, smile at someone, shine where you are, make conversation, listen, right? of course, there's a lot of things that need to be done and a million things on our to-do list that we could say, oh, I'm too busy. I have this, and 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 that, and this, and that to do. And then I'll go out and shine. And then I'll go out and be kind to others. And I think if we wait for that, we're missing opportunities to connect with others and to elevate ourselves and others. And so for this episode, I just want to inspire you and think about it now. What are some ways that you can shine right where you are today? How can you shine a little bit of a brighter, more empowering light in your relationship, in your community, in your job? Right? I also find that learning helps me shine my light even more when I feel like I am learning something new, improving my skills even more. That builds up confidence in my heart and in my body. And I feel like I want to share that with others, whether it's sharing information or just like sharing the excited version, the uplifted version of myself that I get when learning. And so if you feel a little bit stuck and you're like, Lunden, I don't know, how am I going to shine? Go out and learn something. Go out and learn something new, discover something that you didn't know before. I recently got a part-time job working at a place here in my new state where I'm living, which is Utah. And it's a facility where we work with students anywhere from age 5 to early 20s on balancing out their brain, both left and right hemispheres of their brain, and working on physical, emotional, social fitness and well-being. And this has been so amazing because I'm learning so much. I'm learning so much about the developing brain that I just didn't know before. I'm getting hands-on experience with a variety of different students that are struggling and excelling in different areas. And I noticed too, the people that work there are amazing. Like they're there to shine their light as well. And so sometimes getting out of our normal routine, maybe, getting a part-time job somewhere so that you can be involved in a learning process and discover more about what you might be interested in. It might be like volunteering somewhere, right? You could volunteer at an animal shelter or at a church or somewhere where you can learn and give back and notice that exchange of light there, that exchange of energy, that exchange of empowerment, right? And yeah, I just wanted to share that in this quick mindset reset is to go out in the world, ask yourself, how can I shine a little bit more today, right? Before you walk out of your door, before you maybe get out of your car, even walking in the grocery store, right? I mean, I don't know what kind of day the lady at the grocery store has been having, or the lady at the coffee shop, or the guy that works, at the gas station where I might be going. And if I treat them as if they might be struggling just as much as I am at times, we can go in there with a little bit more empathy and a little bit more understanding and a little bit more kindness and shine and be that light. I think we can think of a lot of people and even ourselves at time that might be ourselves at times too, where we might be, a little bit more negative or a little bit more of a downer or things like that. And I don't know, when I'm around people that are in that space, it sometimes reminds me, hey, bring the joy, bring that light. And so, yeah, think about that in your interactions, whether it's with people you know or people that you don't know, or even yourself, right? Discovering ways to shine even brighter right where you are. I think sometimes people feel, oh, I need to change my circumstances, or things outside of me need to be a certain type of way. This person needs to apologize. This person needs to do this the way that I said. And then I can bring the light. Then I can be happy. Then I can shine where I'm at. And quite frankly, if you can't shine where you're at in this moment, no amount of things, no amount of people doing what you think they should or supposed to be doing is going to help you shine. In those times where we might feel it's a bit more challenging, where we feel a little bit more stuck, when we push ourselves to go out and look up, connect with others, shine a little bit brighter, right? Even if you feel like your lights are all the way off, even if the dimmer just turns up a little bit more, we can see the changes in ourselves and we can profoundly impact others. And I did an episode on kindness. I had people submit videos of themselves talking about a moment when somebody was kind to them, random acts of kindness. And the stories I got back weren't like profound, oh my gosh, this person, bought me a car and rolled out a red carpet for me. These stories were really like, yeah, someone just like stopped me while I was mowing the lawn and told me I did a good job. Or somebody saw me struggling while I was carrying a big box out of a store and they helped me bring it to my car and up the stairs, right? This is not like rocket science, helping. This is really just like the little things that people notice. And when I got a lot of those videos submitted in, I was like, oh, right? We can actually make profound impacts in other people's lives to the point where they'll send a video in and submit it to me, right? And talk about it for like the littlest things, right? So go out and shine where you are today, whenever you're listening to this episode, this week, this month. Maybe you want to write this, a note to yourself and put it on your fridge or your bathroom mirror on your phone. Set reminders in your phone, like alarms that go off that say, hello, shine where you are, look up. Find opportunities for kindness, because I really feel like if more people did that in this world, we would be in a much different place. Thank you so much for listening to this episode of Self-Love and Sweat, the podcast. Hey, do me a favor. Wherever you're listening to this podcast, give us a review. This really helps a lot. And share this with a friend. I'm only one person, and with your help, we can really spread the message of self-love and sweat and change more lives all around the world. I'm Lunden Souza, reminding you that you deserve a life full of passion, presence, and purpose, fueled by self-love and sweat. This podcast is a Hit Spot Austria production.